I said it, guys. I knew it. Tottenham having a blinder of a summer only meant that something was happening behind the scene. And I'm just about to prove to you guys that I was right all along. Daniel Levy steps down from his position. Who would have thought this? Who would have ever imagined that this was just what was cooking behind the scene? The acquisition of Mohamed Kudus and Xavi Simons, Paulinho, just meant something. This was unlike Tottenham. And this is just the reason. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the 6 Yard Banter. Your front row seat to the Premier League's top 6 drama with the Chelsea twist. Yeah, it's Chelsea first and rivals next. So I have a couple of things to discuss with you guys today, and I thought that I start with Tottenham and then end up with Chelsea because ideally I just wanted to give my assessment and my opinion on Chelsea's transfer summer window that has just slammed shut, and then this news broke out late last night. I thought, okay, it's best I have a discussion on the new development on Tottenham, and then finish up with Chelsea. So let's talk about Tottenham. I sure knew that something was different, something felt off with Tottenham during the summer. The Tottenham I grew up knowing is a team that would not spend so much acquiring players or getting top-notch players like Kudus, Xavi Simons, and Paulinho. Okay, but this season they've had a blinder, and this is actually this doesn't it's not good news. It's not good news for the rest of the Premier League teams. It's not good news for especially the teams in London like Chelsea, Arsenal. I mean, we still have Fulham and the rest, but the teams that are fighting for vying for the post or the position of the to be the best team in London, this is not good news. And everything that has gone wrong with Tottenham over the years, okay, out I mean within the footballing aspect of it, it's been no other person than Daniel Levy. Okay, and it's not good news that Daniel Levy is stepping down. No. It's not good. It's not good at all. Because it's just announced it's just been brought to our notice that they stepped down, and before the announcement they've gone on to acquire had good players to their team. This is a sign that there is a very, very big change coming. And does this mean that Tottenham are about to move from the position where they are butlers to become real challengers? I don't know. There's a crisis, guys. This is a crisis. It's an emergency. We all need to have this. I don't know. Man, it's just about to get all the more interested. I don't know. Anyway, let's read together what was said yesterday. I'm incredibly proud of the work I've done together with the executive team and all our employees. We've built this club into a global heavyweight competing at the highest level. More than that, we have built a community. I was lucky enough to work with some of the greatest people in the sport, from the team at Lily White House and Hotspur, Hotspur Way, to all the players and managers over the years. I wish to thank all the fans that have supported me over the years. It hasn't always been an easy journey, but significant progress has been made. I will continue to support this club passionately. That's what Daniel Levy had to say, and this is what the news posted this morning on what must have happened to have come to such decision. So, according to the Athletic, Daniel Levy was removed as Tottenham Hotspur's chairman following an ownership instigated review. A club statement said Levy had stepped down, but the decision was taken by club's majority the Lewis family, marking a seismic change in how Tottenham is run. Generations of the Lewis family supports this special football club, and they want what the fans want: more wins, more often. This is why you have seen recent changes, new leadership, and fresh approach. A source close to the Lewis family, Tottenham's majority shareholders, speaking to the Athletic. So this just goes to confirm what I just said earlier, that in the footballing aspect of for Tottenham, everything that has happened that is not right, well, could be attributed to Levi's decision to focus on making revenue and all that, and ignoring the footballing aspect of the club. I mean, if you look at what this man's focus has been, you will realize that Tottenham have moved from a small value team to one of the richest team in sports football. And if I'm correct, I think it's Tottenham is valued at about 2 to 3.3 billion pounds. And let's also talk about the out of the stadium, the training facilities that Tottenham have now, and how much they make on outside outside of football. The revenue they make is just massive. Let's not even talk about the stadium itself, one of the most biggest and most beautiful stadiums there is in world football. So that, I think that has been Daniel Levy's focus. But what the fans want, Levy never tried to meet the fans halfway, and which has brought to excuse me, which has brought them to the decision that they've actually arrived at, where Daniel Levy had to step down, or should I say sacked? Okay, I think I'll just say he was sacked, not step. He didn't step down because of what I've just read out from the Athletic. Okay, so but because of out of respect and all that, they just put it out there that he stepped down. A major, ideally, it's you all know that's looking like a sack. Anyway, so well, what does this mean? This doesn't bode well for us. Okay, this doesn't bode well for us. Does this mean that whoever stepping in as the new chairman is going to ensure that Tottenham are challenging on all fronts? I mean, I cannot even imagine. See, I'm trying to. Well, it looks like a horror movie to me right now. But I just knew all along that Tottenham were having a blinder of a summer window, and it just looked unlike Tottenham. It just looked unlike them. Even before they dug further into the transfer window, you could see the way they started playing. They were playing differently from the Tottenham that we used to know, the Tottenham of old. And like I said in my previous videos, we're gonna have to keep an eye on Tottenham now. And that's just it. I mean, this is no jokes, man. This is no jokes. We just have to keep an eye on them. Are they going to be stepping up now, or are they going to be? Are they going to still remain bottle jobs? But I think they're going to be stepping up. As long as Daniel Levy, so long Daniel Levy has stepped down or has been sacked or however way you want to put it, it just looks like it's now an upward trajectory for them. Let me know what you guys think about it. And now on to the second one that I'll be wrapping the video up with is on Chelsea's summer window. Okay, my assessment and my take on it. Did Chelsea have a good summer window? Did they what did Chelsea do wrong, and was Enzo Maresca given the tools that he required or requested for to actually mount a title challenge, or are we just still? Anyway, let's just go straight into it. So guys, with the transfer window closing, I would just like to give my honest review on how far Chelsea have gone. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, okay, I feel like Chelsea but have left Enzo Maresca hanging. The way this window played out, it's almost as if they went shopping with a list but came home with completely different groceries. Okay, Nkunku is gone. The real creative target like Xavi Simons and Fermin López were unable to get. Okay, and instead we went on to get someone like Facundo Buonanotte, and this is not me. I'm not dissing out or having a dig at Facundo Buonanotte. But the truth is nowhere near the level of Xavi Simons, Fermin López, or even Mohamed Kudus. When you put this compared to other teams like Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Newcastle, and even Aston Villa, okay, you feel as if Enzo Maresca has been outdone by. Okay, the Nkunku sale. Let's even put the Nkunku sale. Let's just hold on to that. Yeah, we understand that UEFA actually strong-armed Chelsea or limited Chelsea to make further transfers and all that because of our previous transfers and all that. Okay, but if that was the case, what was the need to let Nkunku go? Okay, why did we have to let Nkunku go? We knew that the board knew that they could at least spend so much. So what was the point in selling Nkunku? I thought the idea behind the sale of Nkunku was not just to generate money, was to generate money so we can strengthen. But it just looked like we only just sold Nkunku for the sake of meeting up with financial fair play, or meet up with the conditions that the UEFA board gave to Chelsea. It wasn't just completely stopping us from buying player. It was that if you have to buy player, you must sell players from the A list and replace the player. Okay, so Nkunku, I believe, was part of the A list team that took part in the Conference Cup last season. And if we had to sell him, we sold him, and I believe we sold him for a good amount of money. Okay, and then we could have just easily replaced him. It just felt bitter and sore in my mouth. Okay, seeing Tottenham sign or snap up Xavi Simons, and then we call Fermin López an opportunistic buy if we had ended up selling him. Apparently, it was not technically needed. Okay, but we need to challenge, and that's my issue. That's the issue that I have. When are we going to be challenging for the title? When are we going to start mounting title challenge? It doesn't make any more sense. Okay, it just feels like Maresca wanted something else, and if at first getting Delap was a very good signing, getting in Joao Pedro was a very very good as well. Garnacho and Gittins obviously looks so raw. Okay, and Garnacho, we don't know yet what we're going to get from him. We know that we already have players like Santos and Esugo who are going to be joining the squad, having signed them in previous seasons, and we're still expecting players like Kendrick Pires next season, as well as Giovanni Kenda. We have good players like Estevao, but then it just doesn't make any more sense. Okay, and then we end up getting Facundo Buonanotte. It's like we're trying to become turn into a complete selling team that will sell off all the players, and we're starting to help Brighton. Even Brighton cannot even we couldn't even take Facundo Buonanotte on loan with an option to buy or an obligation to buy. We took him on a straight loan. And I understand the reason behind that. That's probably because Chelsea are hoping that Kendrick Pires is going to come back into the team and they're going to come back next season and he's going to do well. Okay, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, Chelsea sold Nkunku, and instead of replacing him with someone of equal quality like Xavi Simons was right there. He ended up at Spurs. Okay, and Fermin López, we just did not go for him. Okay, who was available anyway. Now we ended up getting Facundo Buonanotte from Brighton on a straight loan. No disrespect, but the truth is, it's nowhere near any of the aforementioned players. And that's just the truth. I understand Tevez beginning him up and some other players saying that he's a good player and all that, but then we're only buying potential. We do not know if it's actually going to come to fruition. Okay, that's just it. Okay, that's like losing Tesla and replacing it with a second-hand scooter. I'm sorry, but that's just how I compare it. Maresca needed someone to elevate his system, not just a placeholder, and that's what Facundo Buonanotte is, and I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Anyway, we missed out on targets like I've said, Xavi Simons, Fermin López, Mohamed Kudus. Okay, let's say we showed up the defense and we got backup cover for Marco Corella, who's actually Jorel Hato. Okay, and that's an incredible one. But we still have other issues to address, and that's Sanchez, because we're going into this season believing that Sanchez is going to turn good overnight, and we all know that Sanchez is bound and prone to having bozo moments. That's just a fact, and it just looks like we're going to have to hope that it's not as much as we experienced last season. It's just it. The rivals are strengthening, and we strengthening with good quality. Even Manchester United ended up getting Brian Mbuemo, Sesko, and Konya and all that. Tottenham got Xavi Simons, Kudus, Paulinha, Mohamed. What's his name? Randall Kolomwani. So in my own view, okay, I believe that they've just ended up setting Maresca up again for failure, and I hope that that decision, okay, doesn't end up on the negative part, and that what they hope for is what they get, and that Maresca is able to pull something out of what he has available to him. Okay, the point is that Chelsea, the board didn't just miss out on targets. Okay, they missed the whole point completely, and the whole point for this season was for us to challenge. It's been long since we last challenged for the title, not the top four. We are not a team. Chelsea, we did not. We are so spoiled with challenging for titles. We are not used to challenging for top fours. That used to be Tottenham and Arsenal. While rivals backed their managers with proven players to hit their goals this season, Chelsea gave Maresca projects and patchworks. The board are thinking about resale value and potentials, but they are ignoring the present. It is not just. It's just not making sense. How are we so focused on the future, but we're ignoring the now? If Chelsea do well this season, it's all going to be down to Enzo Maresca because what he has is just not enough. We know that every now and then we have to worry about Rhys James injury issue. We also have Romeo Lavia. Thank God we're stacked in the park in the middle of the field. We also have to worry about Fofana. The board has not set up Maresca to succeed. They've actually left him to hang dry. Okay, and for what this man has achieved so far, I feel like they should actually back him. If a bigger club comes up and try to steal him, giving him, offering him the opportunity to get any player he wants, you think Maresca is not going to want? He wants to challenge. He wants to be a manager who actually has a success story, not just building and developing players. Anyway, that's my take on everything that I've said as regards Chelsea's summer window. And if you ask me who's had the best summer window so far, from on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll say Liverpool. I've had a 10/10 summer window, and Arsenal. I've had the next. Arsenal is close to Liverpool, and then I'm going to give the other to Tottenham. And this is no jokes. Tottenham is going to be in the third position. I'll just say Chelsea because we got Joao Pedro, who's actually doing so well right now. We also have Liam Delap, but now he's also injured and going to be out for more than 8 weeks apparently. We have Gladly Estevao is matching or meeting up to the demands and of the Premier League. We do not know what to expect of Jamie Gittins and as well as Alejandro Garnacho. So yeah, Chelsea going to be in fourth, Manchester United fifth, Newcastle. No, sorry, Chelsea's not going to be fourth. I'm sorry. Newcastle's going to be fifth. Newcastle's going to be fourth. Sorry, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, Newcastle, then Chelsea, then Manchester United, and now Aston Villa. That's just gonna be my rating. Okay, Chelsea fifth, Aston Villa sixth. Okay, let me know what you guys think about everything I've talked about. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment where necessary, as I would like to hear what your take is, what you think as regards Tottenham, and what you think about Chelsea's transfer window. Who do you think had the best summer window so far, and what do you think Chelsea's gonna? What do you think Chelsea would amount to with what has been provided to the coach? Until we meet again, it's Chelsea first, rivals next. Peace.